2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
He's currently in a share of top spot. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. Distance off the tee especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently in 3rd place.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Not their best stroke. Seem to have pulled that one. This is a bogey putt coming up. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And that ensures that he's back to even par now. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Come on, you're better than that. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Opting for the 9-iron. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
This is buckets. Oh, just missed. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. After that hole, they sit in 2nd place behind the leader, Will Zalatoris.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, that was pure. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but Few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A, to point B, to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Little birdie look in here. Is tracking.
Ouch, that hurts. Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
That's disappointing. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
They've got this to get ahead of Will Zalatoris and leave him in their dust trail.
And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris. This hole is a par 4.
This hole is so important at this critical time. Go for it, lay it back. How much do you trust your swing?
That's tidy. Sitting at 1 under the card, currently in the lead. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Wow, what a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Putting for birdie here. It's got a chance. That will drop and it will extend the lead. And that will take him to 2 under. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. That's nicely done. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. getting ready to play their third. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, can you believe it?
Yahtzee, hole in one. Mark it down on the card, baby.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
I mean, what can you say about a shot like this? This was absolute perfection.